go.
Cut! Cut! Hold everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm awfully sorry to interrupt this programme, but we've just had a letter from a viewer. It's a Mr. Norman Voles from Gravesend. Dear Top Gear, that Bentley is not a people's car, not at £140,000 odd. What are you lot on? If I hear another Top Gear presenter say this car is only £100,000, I will set my beard alight. What I want to see is cars for around £1,000. But you lot wouldn't know a cheap car if you fell over it. With your BMWs and your Kevin Klein trousers, you're just a crowd of... Oh, Mr. Voles! Well, I'm sorry you feel this way. This is very serious. This is the BBC. We're a public broadcaster. So all I can say, Mr. Voles, is we accept your challenge. First job was to hit the classified ads. Grab everything. Free papers, local papers, the lot. Because bargain cars pop up in the most unlikely places. Second job is to hit the phone as early and as hard as you can. When you're responding to ads, always say, I've rung about the car rather than the Fiesta. That way, if it's a trader, pretend to be a private seller, you'll catch him out because he'll say which one. And always ask direct questions. Don't just say, is the car in good condition, because you'll always get a yes. Better to say, are there any holes, tears or burns in the upholstery? Any scratches, rust, dents on the body? Does the engine smoke? Is the service history fully stamped up, etc., etc.? That way you'll get clear, honest answers and few wasted journeys. But look, we've just found our first prospect. It's cheap, it's low mileage and it's at a dealer. A 1982 Talbot Sunbeam 1.3. Don't laugh, it's not even running.
So what's the story behind this then?
This was owned by an old lady who lived only round the corner from the garage. She's had it from new. It's done a genuine 19,000 miles.
Ho ho! I'm here to tell you, this little gem feels as tight as a trampoline. Lovely, sweet little engine, crisp little box. Now the thing about this is, it may not be the most stylish car in the world. It may have as much cred as a misfiring moped. But what you are buying is a 20,000 mile motor car. You could run this car for 2-3 years without any major bills, and all for less than 600 quid. How cheap do you want them?
And even more glamour, an F-Reg Volvo 340 in varicose vein blue.
I've owned the car from brand new. It's always been very reliable. I've had it serviced every 6 months at a Volvo dealer. In fact, I'm quite sorry to be parting with it. It's been a joy to have.
And what's the mileage?
65,000.
And a full Volvo service history?
Yes.
While Susan's gone to get the registration document and the MOT, let me just show you what a cracking little car this is. It's all about provenance. We're talking to the person who bought it new, who has driven it for the last 9 years and serviced it religiously at a Volvo garage every time. It's got Volvo mats in it. It's got the dealer plates on the back window, the dealer sticker. It's absolutely mint. It really is. Lovely virgin engine compartment, never been stuffed. They honestly don't come much better than this. But don't just inspect cars under strip lights, because they can make them very shiny. Go outside.
Where I could see that it had never even had so much as a lick of paint. Just look at that flank, not even a parking dent, and an interior that could only be described as pristine.
With something as genuine, unmolested, and as original as this, you have to be quick. Cars this good do not hang around.
And don't forget those little cards in newsagents and post office windows. They're a rich source of budget bangers.
Look what I found, 1961 Morris Oxford. One retired owner, very good condition, low mileage, 1,500 quid. I like the one retired owner and the low mileage, 1,500, it's a bit over our budget. But if you don't look, you don't buy. Well, dash my buttons. Ladies and gentlemen, seat covers from new, 16,700 miles. The smell of the 60s. Fins, lashings of chrome, and a spare wheel that's never even been on. And there's a furlong of original documentation in here. We've got all the old MOTs, a service book stamped up to 12,000 miles, and even the original sales invoice from 1961, £887, 13 shillings and 10 pence. But we're too late. She's already been sold for the asking price of 1,500 quid, and I am gutted. And part of your armoury has to be
the Auto Trader, simply because they've got lots and lots of regional editions and it's stuffed with cars. There is even a bargain buys section for motors under £1,000. With this, get it on the day of publication and get it as early as you can, otherwise all the cheap cars go. But look what we've got here. 1984 Triumph Acclaim, 22,000 miles, £900. I'm off. Only fools dismiss cars because they're not cool Britannia. Motors like Triumph Acclaims are driven sensibly by sensible types who cherish their chariots.
Looks like a little Minter. Yes, I know it's hearing aid beige, but have you seen this body? Absolutely no dings, marks, blisters, scratches, dents. And it's an Acclaim, the car that saved British Leyland. It's a Honda underneath, so endlessly reliable. The mileage, 22,500 only, supported by a full and continuous service history. Be still, my beating heart. This one I just have to drive.
Watch the mirror for a vapour trail of oil-burning blue smoke. Listen for any knocks, rattles or banging. Keep an eye on all the gauges and warning lights and make sure it doesn't change lanes when you brake.
Drives like a dream, sir. But I know what you're thinking. Beige Triumph Acclaims are for people who wear suede shoes and cavalry twill trousers. What you have to remember at this level is you cannot be fussy. You are buying value and quality. With 22,000 miles, this car will run for 4 or 5 years and cost you next to nothing. And that is what matters. But if that's too much of an antique for you, how about this? 90G, 1,400 quid.
And it's a Volkswagen, so it'll last forever. A 76,000 mile 1.3 CL Polo with a fresh interior that had worn its miles well. There were more owners than I would have liked and signs of a few paintwork repairs, but you could go a lot further and fare a lot worse. Remember the golden rule, mileage is all, because cars with service histories and genuine mileages are the bangers to buy.
So, if you're on a reduced budget, don't whinge at me, because as I hope we've ably demonstrated, there's a cornucopia of low-mileage, original, surprisingly cheap cars out there. They take some finding, but as long as you're ingenious, quick and cute, you too can join that happy band who measure out the cost of their motoring in hundreds, not thousands.